We now return to Etc., Etc., Etc. And here's your host, Nicole Jacinto.
Welcome back, folks. You're tuned in to Dzrj810am, the voice of the Philippines. And don't hesitate to call us at 897-8374, 895-4460. You can ask our guest questions, especially Doc Yul, who will explain we will talk about the laws that are, the bills that are being drawn up, the kind of battles that are going on that have to do with raising awareness for smoking and all that. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit more to Emer and give him the floor so he can talk more about maybe perhaps his experiences, or what message would you like to impart to the people out there, Emer?
I'll focus my message to the younger ones like me.
Yes, yeah.
The smoking before in the 80s is really cool, but this time we are more knowledgeable. We know the bad effects of smoking. So if you intend to start smoking, please don't. It's not really that good. There are more bad effects that are being discovered every day by the scientific groups, and those bad effects are real and they're true. As like what you can hear right now, I lost my vocal cords because of smoking. And for those people who are not smoking, please stay away from the smokers, because passive smoking is just as bad, especially those in the call centers. Usually you will see them during their break times. They're milling around an ashtray, and after they leave, you'll see a amount of cigarette butts there.
Yes.
So please, the younger ones, please stay away from smoking. And if you're smoking, try quitting before it's too late.
I want to ask you, how hard is it to quit? I know how hard it is because I quit once.
The longer you've been smoking, the harder it is for you to quit, because the nicotine receptors in your brain are more if you have been smoking for a longer time. So if let's say you're just smoking for about 3 years, it's
easier.
Still easier to quit. But for let's say if you're smoking for 10 years, really the chances of quitting is already very small, unless of course that something will happen to you like me.
Then you're
I
really
smoke for
forced.
more than 20 years. I'm forced not to smoke anymore.
What was I going to say? When you say nicotine receptors, these are actual cells. Like, are they, for example, like the IgE cells that, they bind with receptors in your brain, Doc? Okay, so that is a real thing. What Emer was stressing also is that he was saying that more bad effects are being discovered every day, and it's a real thing, and we should be aware of it. I admit I'm a sinner. Okay, I have sinned. I have smoked. I'm confessing now. But yes, I really would advise people to stay away from it, especially the younger people who are more aware now. You're right. Now, when we were growing up, and we're still very young, you and I, but when we were growing up, it was a cool thing. We didn't really know what was wrong with it. We weren't aware. The images that we associated with it that were positive were always there. If I could go back in time, I really just wouldn't start, would never have picked it up. And it is hard to quit. But there's one thing I want to stress here that you were both stressing earlier. You don't hate smokers. Now, you're not against smokers. You understand the plight that smokers are in. You are just simply trying to get the word out that there is a big industry in the tobacco industry, and you're against tobacco in general and the effects that the ill effects it has on individuals, on our health, and on society in general. And is there anything else you'd like to say? How about to the older crowd, like people like Terry, like that? People like Terry are older and have never, no, don't smoke.
Well, don't wait for the time that you will become like me. And by the way, I'm only one of the lucky ones of the five persons having cancer. I'm only one of the 5 who is lucky enough to survive for more than 2 years. The rest, well, I don't know where they are now.
6 feet under.
6 feet under, yeah.
Thanks for being with us here today, Emer. I understand
Thank
you have to go off and because you have many engagements today because it is World No Tobacco Day, and I'm actually very honored that you are able to drop by today of all days when you're very, very busy. And I hope that your message does get out to our listeners out there. And guys, please don't hesitate to call, and you can ask Doc Yul questions 897-8374, 895-4460, or you can simply call and confess to Almighty God and to you, my brothers and sisters, that you have smoked through your own fault in your thoughts and in your words during your breaks and during your work schedules. But anyway, we'll let Emer say goodbye and one last message. Goodbye for now. Maybe he can come back if he feels like it anytime. Anytime, you're always welcome here. And then we'll do the VOA news, and then we'll get back and we'll grill Doc Yul and ask him some about statistics and all these things. If you want more proof, here it is. Okay. Any parting shots, Emer?
I am just, by the way, can I plug something?
Yes, please go ahead.
So, please, the young kids, don't smoke, and we have a freedom walk. It's a walk for a cause of disabled people or people with disabilities like me. It's on June 11th. Please join us. That's it. The Quezon Memorial Circle, June 11th, 5:30 a.m.
Okay. And stay awake the whole night so I can walk at 5:30 with you.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you for being here, Emer, and thank you also to Volet, who's somewhere here with us in the
It's a pleasure.
background. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll do the VOA news first, and then we'll be right back with Doc Yul, and it'll be his turn to grill me or my turn to grill him. We don't know. Okay, we'll find out when we get back. Stay tuned to Dzrj810 am, the voice of the Philippines.
This is VOA News, brought to you live from VOA through DZRJ in Manila.